Welcome to Pull Up and Ready, a place you're guaranteed to get a veteran's opinion about the world we live in. I am Jim. Joining me again is
Hello, my name is Jace. How you doing? We're gonna give you our opinions, whether you like it or not.
everybody's gonna think you're
Fucking
stoned, dude.
hell.
Yeah, are you stoned? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Anyways,
I'm
what do
I'm
you
wearing
got
my
on your head?
dog's shirt right now. It's fucking
You're
awesome.
you're wearing your dog's shirt on your head.
Yeah, her Bucky's.
Oh, nice, Bucky's. There's
I
not much
love
close.
Bucky's, dude.
It's cool. You know, there's people that still haven't been there.
Well, it's not everywhere, so it is what it is.
Yep. Well, shout outs to our usual
I'll bet you
Johnny
Biden doesn't
Christine.
remember if he's been there,
Oh,
even
Biden
if he
doesn't even know
has.
where he's at right now. But you interrupt my shout outs to Johnny and Christine who did reply. Glad to see you guys back. Sorry, we have been the ones that's been inconsistent. Again, though, like I said, it's for us. So if we miss because life gets in the way, then we miss. It's not like the end of the world. We'll be back at some point.
We try so hard.
And if like I said, if there were more people wanting to get on this, we probably have enough people to fill in when we're not here. So because it's not just
Yeah,
about us, it's about
fill in the
veterans.
cracks
So
or the
with
gaps.
with that said, gaps and cracks. I'm not really sure what we want to talk about first because I guess there's
Well,
some stuff going
can you
on.
pull off like anything
Well, I mean,
about
there's
Elon Musk not being happy about
I don't know what you're talking about. I
whatever
don't.
Trump's bill or whatever the hell it was, but because I just caught the tail end and I didn't do my homework this week. That's like almost like a familiar thing. Me not
Yeah.
doing my
Well,
homework.
you don't have to, dude. I mean, this is like I said, it's for us, but I don't remember hearing
Yeah,
that. That's what I'm saying. If you're talking about the one big beautiful bill or whatever it's called, I
there's
don't know.
something that got passed
Well,
that's gonna cost our country like trillions of dollars, I guess.
that's like the Congress comes up with that, and the Senate comes up and marks their own bill. Like everybody has their hands in the bill anyway.
Right.
So I don't really know which one is which, and if they got approved, like it gets real confusing. But I mean, if Congress is making it, Trump didn't do it.
Well,
Trump
yeah,
went in there
I know.
and tried to convince people to do it, but I think he has veto power though, or something like that. I don't know.
I really am not sure because Elon absolutely directed towards Trump.
And I trust Elon more than I trust even Trump, honestly, to be honest with you, because Trump's now in
For the most
politics.
part, yeah.
I trust people not in politics, but then again, everyone's biased today. It's really hard to know what. I mean, you believe what's going on. Like the
I
deep fakes are
I
getting real. The videos,
I
the AI
do have a
videos.
not. I mean, it affects us, but it doesn't. But it affects us, but it doesn't. But I have a funny thing I had watched about how Canada's boycotting us, and it almost makes me think they're a special kind of fucking stupid.
You always
They're
dump it on Canada, but probably
so
rightfully so.
I. It's because I lived there for so long playing hockey. So I have it's a special, it's special. It's this very special country in my heart. But so they boycotted Starbucks, um,
That's okay.
McDonald's,
That's okay.
Walmart,
That's okay.
and a couple others. But
That's
the
all
fact
good.
of the fucking matter is they don't realize that these are franchisees. These are Canadians own these fucking stores, not Americans.
Yeah.
Maybe Americans get 10% of the sales, but Americans don't work at these stores.
Well, again, it's a pride, and it's the sad part about all of it is like, look, I get it, man. We got
I get
American
it too,
pride.
but
We
you're
don't want to
fucking being an asshole to your own fucking people. You're cutting your hand off to there's that saying,
cutting your nose off to bite
cutting
your face,
whatever to
spite your face.
whatever. Yeah, and it's like the fuck you got. Oh, okay, do what you got to do,
Well,
man.
again, it's like the old. Remember, we did the Israel thing at the end, like this. at the end of the day, look, we got American pride. They got Canadian pride. This was guys. Everybody's got their pride of their country, and I
Yeah,
understand. I don't want to
yes,
be like
absolutely.
laughing stock, but at the end, you still have to have some gratitude. I mean, Israel wouldn't be where they're at if it wasn't for the U.S. Sorry, Canada wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the U.S. Like, just have some gratitude. You can.
Then it would be the 51st state already if that was the case. If they didn't, and whatever, man.
That's what I'm saying. Just have gratitude. I appreciate Canada being up north as a buffer. That's great. I appreciate you Canadians. You take the buffer. So if Russia decides they're pissed off and this whole thing between Putin and Trump goes off, Canada, you can take the casualties first. You know what I mean? And then
I
we'll
know.
move up
Budweiser
there.
was another one now that I remember. I wish I could remember I don't know. There's one
Budweiser's
more
Canadian,
that,
isn't
and
it?
it's just come
Or no, it's
on.
European. Some country. Well, whatever, dude. Let them boycott. Doesn't matter, dude. Like I said, at the end of the day, they're gonna boycott. Let them boycott. I mean, these
Once
people.
again, though, it's just it frustrates me because I was a part of them. I live with them, and it's just I just I can't stand both sides for the most part because they're so hypocritical. It's fucking stupid. They I'm watching these playoff hockey games, which is this tonight. The Edmonton,
Edmonton's the last Canadian team, right?
yeah, but are they playing tonight? Whatever the case may be,
Mm.
they play all
Yeah.
they play mostly American fucking music for their intros and all that shit. It's like what the fuck, man. Play your Canadian bands. You got enough of them. Boycott us if you're gonna boycott us. Do it right.
Well, they're just hypocrites. Like I said, their ego, their pride's on the line. You know what I mean? Because somebody's embarrassing them. I mean, that's what you would do too. You'd stand up and defend America. I get
I'd
it.
be fucking educated and know that my country has fucked you in tariffs for years past. You subsidize my country, and I'd probably just be a grateful fuck. At least that's what I'd like to be.
Well, what do they say? FAFO, right? Let them do their thing. Like I said, I don't
Right.
care. If we got to build another
Exactly.
wall up north, let's build another wall. At the end of the day, they can't live alone. Someone is going to dominate Canada, whether it's us or somebody else. Canada can't defend
Well,
itself.
someone's gonna
So
wipe them out so they can try
that's the point.
to. Yeah.
So they can either be nice to Big Daddy, or they can try to rebel and be nice to some other Big Daddy. It doesn't matter. They just don't
Right.
have
Right.
the manpower, the strength.
If if
They have
they're being
nothing.
nice to another Big Daddy, they're gonna get wiped out in a very bad way.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely never give it up. There's no way some other
No,
foreign
but
adversary is going to come in to
but
Canada. That's what they've been living on.
I know, but the biggest thing is Russia, and if they do, Canada would be fucking destroyed. They'd all
Well,
be
what
dead.
they Russia would have to go around Alaska. So I mean, not that they couldn't, but I think we'd be still defending Canada before Canada even knew they were attacked.
They can go around.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. I mean, well, unless they come through the Arctic areas there.
Right. Well, that's what
But
I would assume they'd do. But
But
whatever.
again, I mean, it's just stupid. It's just real dumb.
Ugh.
I even talking about Canadian because first of all, they've turned into like I don't even want them as a 51st state because it's full of libtards now, and it's where all our libtards are moving. So
Right.
just give it their territory. But let's just start cutting them off. If they want to boycott, let's just cut them off too. Let them suffice. Let them do their own
Yeah, I
trade
hear you.
deals. Let them do it.
Excuse me.
They'll find out, and then we'll treat them just like Cuba. Nope, ain't no enemy missiles. Nope, sorry. We'll treat them like an adversary and then see how far they
Right.
last. I mean, it's a joke. They're a joke. I don't even like
Right.
talking about them anymore.
All
Because,
right.
like you said,
Let's
there's good
go.
people. There's good people in Canada too. So,
I have a
I'm
lot
not
of good
dumping on
buds,
them.
but
Yeah, I'm not dumping on the ones, but it's just like here. Like think about what we went through. 4 years of what we were embarrassed to be American. You know what I
how
mean?
about how about we discuss? I don't know. I don't even
Well,
want to talk about
well, you
all
even know
this
what?
because we already talked about it a bit with this cover up and shit.
Which one? The Biden one?
Should people be held accountable for treason
Hmm?
with the Biden shit,
Which one are you
knowing
talking
that
about?
he was not capable, he wasn't capable at all.
dude, like this is the sad part of all of it, right? You would think none of that really matters. Like none of that matters because it's
No.
politics, right? The sad part is you would think that the average person, and I know I shouldn't be calling them libtards, whatever, but I'm getting really annoyed with these people. I'm just tired of it. You would think the average person would have some common sense, just some, just a small bit, some smidgen. Instead of believing the lie after lie after lie after lie, just start realizing they were lying, they're covering up lies, and you're helping them.
Right.
It,
Right. But I watched this one kid on YouTube. He'll go around to these libtard demonstrations and interview them about like why they don't like Trump and shit. And it blows my mind. It blows my mind that number one, they say all this fucking shit and they don't even know the definitions of what the fuck they're saying.
they don't
They
even know
don't
why
even know
they're
how to spell the
protesting,
fucking
dude.
words.
Half the time they don't know why they're protesting.
Right. And it's fucking and if you ever watched before when Trump got beat, there was some protests and people were mad. People could actually give educated answers as to why. These fucking idiots with their dyed hair and their fucking no teeth and just I don't know. It's mind blowing because I actually saw a couple veterans that don't support Trump. And once again, we discussed this.
Yeah, they're out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it blows my fucking mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably, guys who really haven't probably done much anyway. Or somehow they got their
Right?
feelings hurt while
They're
doing
probably a
something.
fucking reservist that
Yeah, they must
are
have got their
taking
feelings
fucking
hurt.
valor for they're fucking what the fuck is
Because there was a lady bashing, there was some girl getting on there talking about, I'm embarrassed or whatever, she just trashing America. And I watched another lady bash her, talking about how dare you, all the things you've gotten,
right.
this close to Memorial Day and all that stuff, and all the stuff you've gotten. You can sit on this channel and do this and bash people and be your little lesbian or non-binary self and all that. Like they're just so ungrateful for the sacrifices made before them, which they don't even care, obviously because it's in the past to them, but they're just so ungrateful. And
I was dying because like you're saying, they're ungrateful. The kid was interviewing this fucking transgender. You could tell he was a dude and had small titties, but we were actually eating dinner, and my mom was like, "I'm like, I think that's a transgender," and she's like, "Yeah, look down and you'll see something poking out."
right.
I'm like, I don't usually meet gays, but yeah, you are right.
You didn't see? I just see. Saw some of these swim team, these women on a swim team, and down in their little cooch there, they had no penis or something like that, or no, I'm not a girl, or look, no man or something.
Oh,
I don't know. It was
jeez.
some. Yeah, I can't remember. Like I should, right? Even though I was like, didn't even notice it. Didn't even notice the writing. But no, it's kind of funny because they're protests. But again, I mean, back to the nonsense. Like I just don't understand. Like I don't understand these people. Like even in New York, did you not see the people showed up when ICE was going to scoop up all those people at the courthouse, and there was a
No.
protest? Oh man, they had tons of cops and everything. They ended
Wow.
up arresting some handful of people on top of the immigrants, the illegals.
Right.
And
Well,
I don't understand this argument, dude. You're here illegally, dude. I don't give a
right.
crap. The one guy's like, because a high school kid or something got arrested too and deported.
Yeah, they bring up that Garcia kid a lot.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, you're here illegally. And the guy was like, well, you're messing with New York City. You're New York's kids. That's a big mistake. I'm like, dude, no. American kids, yes. Illegals,
Right.
no. Sorry, dude. I don't have any sympathy for you. I don't. You come here illegally. I don't give a darn who you are, what you did. I don't
Exactly.
understand the argument. I don't
Exactly.
understand it.
That's and that's so like I told you, my one of my best friend down there, she's married to an illegal. And that's my biggest struggle is just even talking to her because I don't want to lose our friendship. But I'm not gonna fucking lie to her if she were to. I know she knows where I stand, but I'm not gonna lose my. I don't want to lose our friendship because of where I
Right.
stand. But I'm not. I'm not gonna fucking. If I'm asked, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
But
He
at the end,
fucking. You
Jason,
fucking knew what you fucking did.
at the
You
end,
fucking came in illegally, and he came in illegally. He skipped fucking court. So bye.
but this is my point. In the end of the day, you know you're wrong. It's different if it's a topic that's debatable. Okay, so
Right.
maybe something that's illegal or versus immoral. This is illegal. It's not
Well,
immoral. It's
yeah.
illegal. We can argue morals. You have a different standard of morals than me. Then we can have a discussion. That's what
So
Christianity, atheism. That's how they argue
right.
back and forth. Your
So
God's not my
either
God.
way,
Whatever.
yeah. So from what I've now have seen, either way, it's either a misdemeanor or a felony. If you but it's 100% a felony if you skip your court date and
But the
when
point
you
is,
come in.
it's illegal. There's no
Right.
gray area.
Right. No, I
It's
know. I
if
know.
you the gray area. If you don't like the law, you lobby to change the
So
law.
so from what she has told me, he got caught. So he got caught. He got detained, released or whatever into our country, but he had to pay $4,000, and then he got a court date. But because of the fact that he skipped his court date, he is now a felon, and
Right.
he's
A
now
bench
going
warrant's
to.
issued. Yeah.
Although they're married, I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm assuming he's now going to be gone. Right?
And I don't give a damn. No
She's
sympathy for her
threatening to
or him.
fucking go with him, and
She
I'm
should
like,
be complicit. She should go just because she's complicit.
I'm
And
like, bye.
I don't care
She's
about love.
almost a
Go to his
doctor, so
country.
I mean, it's not like she ain't gonna get a fucking job there. So
Go to his
go
country.
go spend your 5 fucking years there and then come back.
Exactly.
Do what you gotta do. Like
I
I
don't see
said
him.
before, I think I don't know if I did it in, but my buddy that my buddy that's a nurse that works with me in management at the one company I worked for developmental disabilities. He met his wife. She's Korean. They fell in love. They filled out all the paperwork. They made her go back for 1 year.
Hmm.
She had to go back for 1 year, no matter what. So guess what? She fucking went back for a year,
Right.
and
Not
he
hard,
went and
right?
visited her. He saved all his vacation time, and went. He got like he built up 2 months, and he went 1 month, and then one every 6 months he went for a month, and
Right.
then now they're here. Several got several kids, and they're happily ever after. But she did it the right fucking way.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, I'm empathetic, dude. I'm empathetic. Like,
No, no, I know,
just
I
just bring
know.
it down to speedy.
Well,
Like, let's
was
just
your
say,
wife was a fucking immigrant too, or
yeah, yeah, she came
so
here
she?
legally
I'm
and she
sure
got
she
her
did it the right way,
citizenship. Yes,
right?
she did. And her parents. I mean,
Were you with her when she did it the right way, or was
no, no. I
she
met
already
her
did it?
after. I met her after she already. She was a
Oh,
citizen
okay.
when I met her.
And her parents did too.
Yeah, yeah. Although there's some sketchy something behind one of her family members for sure. But
Right.
I
There
don't
always
condone
is,
it.
though.
I don't condone it. But her parents are citizens.
Right.
Like everyone in my immediate, they're all citizens. They've all became citizens. They didn't
So
come to
you
the country
was
for
your
30 years and wait and wait and
right.
wait.
So would your kids be dual? Can get dual?
They are dual. Yeah.
They are dual.
Yeah, we just put in
Nice.
the paperwork. Yeah, but the point is, and that's the funny part about it. Like, you try this crap somewhere else.
Right.
You go to Venezuela and just be like, "Hey, I'm American.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
here."
You.
Oh, you need to change your rules for me. You need to fix
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
That's how entitled these people are. They're just so ignorant, dude. None of them probably been anywhere. I mean, it's just it.
Well, it's fucking dumb because they act like the United States is just any old country, and it's like, then why the fuck do all these assholes want to come here?
Yeah.
You're so fucking dumb if you think that it's no big deal to just let them in. We're the greatest fucking country in the fucking goddamn world,
Or we're the most
and
racist country, but all these people of color want to come here. Like, come on.
right. I mean, yeah.
It's
Did we
stupid.
talk about? I think we did. Did we talk about Trump calling out that fucking cocksucker from Africa?
Yeah, we did. I think we did last week, right?
Because I saw a video the other day of them showing that Trump calling them out and panning them paperwork of all the fucking farmers that have
Articles,
been
right?
killed, and
Mm,
then showed him a video of these fucking cocksuckers saying
yeah,
whatever that
that's
saying
it.
is.
That's in their government. I mean, that's like literally in their government. Now he may say it's like neo Nazis here or something, but no, it's part of their government. That's a government official or no, well, a party leader or something.
Yeah, exactly. He clowned that motherfucker, but
I mean,
why?
he deserved it.
So what? I don't. What do we have vested in Africa that we need to even get involved?
I don't know if we have anything invested, but there is resources there. So if we don't, then China will, if they're not already.
Why would? But oh yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't.
I mean, that's what it's all
I'm not
about.
understanding why.
I don't think people understand it. Like, I don't think people understand it. You know, weapons of mass destruction had nothing to do with Saudi Arabia. Nothing.
Right,
Nothing. That was just the excuse to go in. You know, Kuwait, why wouldn't you take Kuwait? It's a pivotal point right there
right,
where the water comes in, separate. I mean, the, people got to understand that this has got nothing to do with the stupid little stuff that we argue with over dinner and stuff. It's nothing to it.
right.
Even like now, like I said, the big controversy. I don't know if you saw it, but they're supposed to come out with the Epstein videos that apparently Epstein didn't kill himself. Now I like Bongino, and I don't think the man would give away his podcast to go take a
I
thankless job just to lie.
I thought that the cameras were disabled and they weren't working.
Right. So what you're going to see is outside cameras that did work
Oh
showing no one coming
bullshit!
in and then no one going out or something.
If that's the case, then Bongino and little fucking midget there should be fired.
Well, Bongino's going off what he knows. Like I said, we talked about the
Yeah,
diversion
yeah,
stuff, but I don't blame him. I don't think he would lie. But if the file
right,
says no one was in there, if what he sees, no one in there, first of all, it's everything. You got to believe it because people are already saying they're deep fakes, AI videos,
right.
all this stuff.
Well, the scary part about it is all the AI bullshit that goes on now is
Yeah.
like, what
And
can
it,
you believe and not believe?
and it is, there is a lot. The problem is that, I've been in investigations enough. Too many coincidences are not a coincidence. It's just that
I
simple.
know.
Coincidences don't add up like that. They don't
So,
stack,
so
stock.
with that being said, let's have another episode of. Did you watch any movies this week?
I didn't, so Johnny
No.
can suggest some. I didn't watch any movies.
What
I
the
got no
heck,
time.
man? I got to get you that box.
I got no time for no movies right now. I'm trying to, get my time back. But
Right. Well, hopefully you do. Well, I watched Warfare. Have you seen
um,
the
I don't know.
previews for it?
I don't know. What's it about? Like I said, I've probably seen
Pretty
a whole lot of
interesting
movies.
movie.
I've seen a whole lot of
Um,
movies. I don't remember which ones I've seen even.
they were in I believe Afghanistan and like a platoon got. I don't know how many soldiers are in like a little platoon, or
A
is it a
platoon is
squadron?
four squads.
What's that?
A platoon is four squads,
How many's in a squad then?
either 3 to 4 teams.
Okay, it might have been a squad then, a squadron. I
So
don't know,
a
but
squad is about 12 people.
yes, and that's what it was. They I don't know what the fuck.
Well, now you can be a detachment, sort of like, what I mean. They have
Yeah,
other
well,
names.
they went into a town at night. I'm not sure what they were investigating. Just probably investigating uh, enemy movement, and somehow they commandeered a building, and they got they the bad guys figured out that they were there, and they attacked them, and blah blah blah, and it was just It's very simple but informative movie of what the fuck it was like, and I it fucking brought back some memories, but it also was the perspective was interesting, and if you're not worried about having flashbacks and shit, it's a good perspective and a good movie to watch.
Well, now you're
Um,
plugging movies that don't sponsor us.
I know, but they are going to.
Hmm.
We're veterans, so we're plugging a veteran made movie because they are our brothers.
Oh, speaking of AI, here's a nice little article. It says Open AI model defied shutdown commands.
Really?
Hmm.
Well, wasn't that what my one buddy was telling me? Be careful what we wish for with that AI shit because he made me watch some movie, some AI movie. I Robot, I think he made me watch.
What's that? IO? What?
AI Robot, I think he made me
Oh, yeah,
watch.
yeah, yeah.
And that was pretty
Is it the
interesting, but
Will
it wasn't
Smith one or
that
something? Was it Will Smith?
wasn't that big of a deal to me.
No, no. The problem is like if you used AI, like I mean, it generates stuff. Like the guy that said one of the guys who's working on a project with AI. I don't remember his name because it's really not important to me. He said 50% of white collar jobs will be gone in 5 years.
You
Certain
were
white
saying,
collar.
yeah,
Yeah. He said
that
50% of them, like, because think about it. He said in the finance industry and all these little places he named. But
yeah, but wouldn't that make the finance industry like straight? I don't. That would these. Wow, that's interesting to know because then there's going to be corrupt AI and regular straight AI, and that's interesting.
we're going to be sitting back having battle of the bots.
Yeah, because how is the government going to fuck? How is Pelosi? Well, she'll be dead, but how are they going to make their money if it's all straight? That's interesting.
Well, you know, robots are going to guard them first, right? You know what I mean? They're going to be a weapon of the rich.
They'll be weaponized.
Of the rich. I mean, any AI
Oh, right.
machinery that comes out, it's
Yeah,
going to be all
that's
the rich, the
true.
politicians, the people in power, because
True
they're the ones
that.
that need to be protected, right? For some reason, we can spend a whole lot of money to protect these sorry ass Congress people who don't have a freaking clue in the world. Some of them used to be bartenders, ain't even no smarter than, my
Right. I'd
child,
love to.
and
I
they
should
deserve
start
some.
learning more about AI, but I just haven't. I know that
Well,
like there's a program out there that because I question like my HOA down south with the stupidity that they do and the fact that I pay for shit that I'm paying for services that they're not rendering to me, and I guess I can download the bylaws and all the laws and PTFD form or whatever it's called. I think it's PTFD, and
PS.
then put it in this AI program and ask it questions, and it'll answer them for me. I think
Yep.
and I know that's a fact. I know that's true because I was once again I saw YouTube on it, and it's fucking awesome.
And you got to think what we have at the consumer level probably doesn't even touch what they have behind the curtain.
No,
They
but
probably
I
got
did
some.
see that when I was watching that Elon thing where he was disagreeing. He just wasn't. He was disappointed in that thing that whatever passed, but he said that he's focusing now that he's back at Tesla, SpaceX, and his AI thing. He's going to be really focusing on that AI robot.
Well, good news here in the Army. Army implements new policy to disqualify and discharge transgender troops.
So
I
what?
you know I just can't imagine like that's what baffles me. Like, dude, I know it wasn't just a homophobic thing. if you were like weak,
It's not. It's a mental illness thing.
but I'm saying if you were weak and you caused people their lives or got put people, you get a blanket party. How
No
are these
shit.
people in the military?
But you know what would have happened? Everybody would have been kicked out for fucking them up.
Who? All the other people?
Yes.
Nah, dude. Then what? You have three transgenders in one unit and that's it? Just hey, deploy, guys. Nah, dude. It
Yeah,
works
but
itself out.
when we fuck them up to try to get them to leave, they're going to report all of us for fucking them up.
But they can't kick you all out.
The problem I have is when I was in, I I had to trust. I had to give all my trust to my brother on that had
Yes.
my six, man.
Yeah. And to be
And
honest with you, I don't care if he was gay. Just don't tell me about it.
I
Because that's going to
don't yeah
interfere with our
don't.
whole
First of
thing.
all, you're transgender. I'm sorry. You you're fucked up. You have mental problems, and you shouldn't fucking be in. You should be getting fucking help. And no, I wouldn't be able to. I would not be able to fuck. I would not. Couldn't I could not do any deployments with something like that.
No, there's more to it than just simple. It's just there's, I mean, even like women, like, the women in combat thing. I mean, I've seen this stuff. I lived it. I've watched
Right,
privates dance for money as little prostitutes and married women screwing other dudes on every deployment. Like, I've watched this. The behavior is repulsive. And
right,
then you got the RAP word. You know what I mean? Like, that stuff
right.
is even worse. You know what I mean? It's like, why do you think it's such a big deal about sexual, misconduct and stuff now
Oh
coming out?
Jesus Christ!
Because you put a woman out there in combat or in a unit with a bunch of dudes, even if the woman gets the, we used to call them queen for the day, could be the ugliest girl in the world, and she gets to pick the dude, dudes will be fighting with each other
I
because
know.
they smell that punani. Like,
I
it's really bad for the mission.
What's crazy is when I'm on base down south, there's it's it's kind of annoying, but everywhere, every fucking bathroom, there's signs. Any sexual abuse is abuse, and blah blah blah. And
Mhm.
take this and call this number for any
The answer is
remote
get them out.
abuse.
The answer is get them out. That's the answer. Get them out.
But Jesus,
Because you're not going to control a bunch of dudes. And I get it. I'm not sitting here. This isn't some anti-feminist. Oh, guys aren't responsible. No, they are responsible. Every guy's responsible for their actions. The point is,
well,
you
yeah,
got a mission. They don't need that drama in the mission. Like, you don't need it. So get it
well,
out. That's what we do, right? Threat assessments. We mitigate it or mediate it or
yes,
remove it. Like, it's just that simple. Get
right.
it out.
And then once you've accomplished your mission, your goal, or what do you want to call it, then what do you want to do? You get horny and you want to go fuck some bitches
There,
when
there's
you get
there's
back.
a place for women in the military. Like, I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying they don't belong in units, combat units. They don't belong out there secluded in the middle of nowhere where they can't even get fresh tampons or whatever they need.
Right.
No, that's not. It's no. That's not how it works.
Well, Tampon Tim can be there to hand them out.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's right. He was never fucking deployed. Never even held a fucking gun, the little. Ugh.
You see, they got a new COVID strain in China.
Oh, Jesus
It says new
Christ.
COVID strain spreads from China to U.S.
Okay. So,
It's
so now what?
no, maybe go lockdowns again.
It's
Maybe
not
this
going
is
to happen.
their next attempt to destroy Trump's presidency again.
Not
Man,
going to
you just
happen.
just think where this country would be right now if we didn't have so many greedy rich people manipulating the general population and just trying to stop Trump from making America great. Like again, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Bongino, these people left big money place job. They could have just been retired. They could have just stopped
I know.
doing they left it to come work for the government.
So what?
It's not
So
the
is
opposite.
it?
It's not a bunch of nobodies who come in the government and become rich.
So
They're
is
rich
it?
people.
Is it Dan's wife that's doing his podcast then?
Well, she's running it, and the dude they
Paula or
got on
something like
there.
that.
I don't know if you've seen the dude on. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the dude. I don't really care for it. I don't
Oh,
watch it.
there's a dude. There's oh
Yeah, some
okay.
guy
No,
replaced
I
it.
haven't watched it. I'm
No,
not doing that.
yeah,
Fuck
no,
that.
I wasn't interested either. But the point I'm getting at is that these people. I don't even know what the hell I'm getting at, man. Sometimes I just get so mad. These people. Oh, these people left retirement positions where. What did Trump need? Trump didn't have to go be president. He didn't have to be shot at. Elon Musk didn't have to go try to clean up the government. Like he doesn't need any
Well,
more money. He doesn't need more money.
neither one of them do.
Bongino left, this podcast was making, I think it was like $100 million podcast.
Are you
That,
serious?
yes, it's that big. He left
Holy
that to go
fuck!
work in the FBI for you people. For you people.
Wow.
Why would he do that? Who would do that? Why not just take your Zuckerbuck money, go build your bunker in Hawaii, and get away from all those retards? No, he went in there to change this world, make it better for everyone. And you people are so stupid. Oh man, I'm getting again. We're
I don't
not even
know,
our
but
audience because
it just
obviously,
opens a can of worms to ask why. Seriously, why? I
but
mean,
but
why?
common sense, dude. Common sense though.
No,
You're
it's not
rich.
common sense.
No, you're rich, and you go work in government,
Right.
losing your money, or you're poor and you go in government and somehow you get
Yeah,
rich
but is
from
he
other
paid? Is he
people's money.
getting paid off? Is he paying himself off to cover up the fucking Epstein tapes? To get rid of certain fucking. 'Cause
Why would he do
let's
that?
let's be real, man.
But
If
why would he do that? Like
I
why would
don't
he
know.
even
Maybe he was
leave?
fucking part of it. I don't. It's just one of those things where a lot
Well,
of things fly into your mind with that shit, man. Because why would he do it? That that's the whole point.
well, you can ask
Why?
those questions. That's great to ask those questions. That's awesome. We encourage that. Not like, Democrats. We encourage to ask why. Is Bongino
Right.
corrupt? Is he, now working for the other team? Is he, that's okay. But to me, there's a lot of other answers too.
I know.
So it could be true. Epstein could have killed himself. That doesn't mean somebody did it. Somebody could have said, "Hey, if you're not dead by tonight, we're going to do this."
Right. That's true too.
So still doesn't prove much. I mean, we want to find out what really is going on. So even the Epstein killing himself, I don't really care. I mean, yeah,
Right.
you ruined the whole, Epsteining him, the Clinton him. You know what I mean? You ruined the whole thing,
Oh, I know.
but it doesn't matter. It's still there's corruption all over that.
It's crazy, man.
So I don't really
But
care.
I don't see. I don't know what to believe or see. But I even saw a picture of Trump with Epstein.
He was. He was, and he kicked him out at Mar-a-Lago or whatever, wherever he was.
Oh,
Once he
really?
realized who this guy was. But
Oh,
we all know,
Jesus
dude.
Christ!
Look, we all know.
They
Look,
don't say that though.
but I don't. Of course they don't.
And
But
I saw it on a some news thing, and they don't fucking say
of
that.
course they're not going to say that, dude. They're trying to tie all
Right.
these people. That yes,
Well, exactly.
think about it.
And that's funny.
If the conspiracy was true, which it probably is, because most of them do come true, that the Mossad, the Israeli,
Right.
intelligence used Epstein. Epstein, is that a Jewish name?
I don't know.
Epstein. If they used Epstein as a tool, gave him all this money to entice people, including Donald Trump and all the other people. There's people that turned him down. There's people that didn't
Right,
fall for his
right,
trap.
right,
Then there's people that fell right in it because of what you said about finishing the mission, because they had to get their penis wet. So
right,
these men who could not control themselves, even just like the undercover guys keep digging these guys out, blurting out stuff because they can't control themselves. They have no control over the head down there. And
right.
that's the problem. Some people can. And Trump being one
You
of
know
them,
how? Yeah, but it's pretty hard to control a little head when it comes to
correct. But Trump got the money. He don't need that. Maybe some of
right.
those people
No,
might have.
because he can fly
But
to Thailand and do it himself.
even think about this too, though. This is the danger. People don't understand the danger of pornography. I'm not going to get on my soapbox long. This is the danger of pornography, and you parents out there condoning young children having sex introduced in their lives and things early. When you have done missionary 3 or 4 times, it's like riding a little EX 500 motorcycle. It gets boring. So it's called an escalation. So when you start doing sexual things, eventually you peak out like this missionary thing is boring. Let's try something else. And then all of a sudden you start experimenting in these things. What happens to rich people who have all the power in the world and they can have 8 girls? Well, eventually
Right,
now they want to try children because it's different. Because it's
right.
not doing it, the girls aren't doing anything for them. That's why this stuff is dangerous. And if you think that's
That's
not a
true.
real phenomenon,
That's true.
wake the hell up,
We should try nuns instead.
right? But you know what I'm saying? That's why it's dangerous. People are
Well,
like, oh, go do what you want to do. Yeah, no, don't. Control
nuns
yourself.
would be the same thing. What the fuck?
Well, but think about it. That's why people from other countries come here and they take what they want. They take what they want. They have the desires. Like Sweden had a big problem with a lot of the R word, the RAP word, you know?
Well, then don't. A lot of people go over to Vietnam and shit and take what they want. The Philippines and
Yeah. And what's going to happen? Who's protecting these people? Nobody.
well, it's
Nobody.
okay over there. It's just
But I'm saying though, still, you go in these foreign countries, like hell, even American soldiers are guilty of it. They've been in these
oh
countries.
no shit.
They've done some horrible things to these women in other countries. But that's my point. But then again, also you got to remember too, they always had to go to jail or go to the army thing too.
The thing, well, but like
We're
you
not.
can fucking YouTube right now how to buy somebody in fucking Vietnam,
Well,
and they'll give you step by step ways of doing it, and even showing you like what you're gonna get for what kind of money you want to pay.
that's insane. That's really insane.
It's like you could rent a woman for a month if you want.
Well, if she's down with it, that's okay. That's on her,
You
right?
can
I don't
fucking
condone
you
it.
can, from what I understand, and I've never been there, so I can't say. You can rent a little girl, a little boy, all the way up to
Yeah, but they got to
fucking
be
elderlies.
trafficking though. Man, that those people got to be trafficked.
Yeah, I don't. I have no idea, but if you watch YouTube, it talks about how to like rent a woman or buy a wife or whatever.
It's crazy,
That's
dude.
odd.
But
It's
that's the
really
point.
weird.
What I'm getting at is that's why Epstein was successful because
Right.
all these rich people saw something different. They saw everyone doing it and thought, "Oh, this is cool. I can do it." And then the whole time he's recording them. He's getting blackmail on them. That's all it was a whole
Oh,
blackmail scam. That's all it was. It's the same thing Diddy's doing. It's the same stuff. They're just getting like think about it. Remember what I told you when people like AOC come into Congress? Not AOC, she's a bad example. When good people come into politics and they don't go through the whole because AOC jumped the whole thing.
yeah, I know.
But people like that say she had good intentions, and she might have. She's just an idiot, but she might have good intentions. As soon as she got in there, Pelosi got enough dirt on her and you can see it because it's all out in the media stuff with the boyfriend stuff, all this stuff. They got all the dirt on her, so to tell her, "You got to play our game, or we're releasing this, and
Oh
you're done."
wow.
That's how politics works, dude. They paid the paid opposition. They're paying
Right.
private
Right.
investigators to go dig up dirt
Speaking of
on
that,
people.
I want that fucking Jean Claude Pierre. I want that bitch to get fucking. I want her put in prison for her all her fucking lies.
Yeah, I could care less, man. She was an idiot, and everybody knew she was an idiot. So I spare her. You know what I mean?
No, I don't want to spare that dumb fucking
I don't
bitch.
think she was intentionally. I think she was just that stupid
You
that
know,
she really just.
she was asked, is President Biden
Yeah, but I'm saying I
competent?
think she's that stupid she believed it. I really think she's just dumb.
She got briefed from him. If she's
I
that
think she's
dumb,
dumb, dude. I don't think she's malicious. I don't think. I just think she's dumb. I really think she's like an AOC with less mouth.
that's what that they remind me of each other.
Yeah, but that's that's what you get. But I'm saying it's not just Democrats. There's Republicans. It's all. It's. That's why I said why don't people just wake up? It just baffles me how they can say I don't trust politicians, but my politician's more right than yours.
Right,
Like what? Like that's why I like Trump. I've said it a million times. I don't really have to know about his personality and even though I do know he's done good things, he's not a politician, dude. He doesn't
right.
need to play the game. So he's a
Right.
straight shooter. That's why he's making fun of people and calling Rosie O'Donnell out and all that, because he doesn't have to play the political game. He doesn't have to look you in the face
Right.
and lie to you, but everybody like, he's a liar. No, he doesn't have to lie to you. He's got nothing to gain by lying to you. He's
This
already
has been the
rich.
most transparent presidency I've ever
He's a
seen.
billionaire, dude. Why does he need to lie to you? It's not like he's trying to get it. Well, if he is, okay, let's give him the benefit. Let me be fair. If he is trying to pull the wool over your eyes and trick her like the Bill Gates kind of thing, then pay attention to what he's doing. That's it.
Right.
What is he doing? What is he doing that you don't like? Besides, he's homophobic, he's racist. Besides all the crap that you use with it's losing its power anyway. But
Right.
besides all that crap, what is he doing? He right on TV in the debate, probably the greatest debate moment in the history of mankind, when he told Hillary, "Yeah, I used the system that you created for your friends. That's how I know." He admitted that he used the tax
Right.
system and all that. People
Well,
are like,
I
he
don't I
declared
don't hate him
bankruptcy.
for it though.
But people are like, oh, the man, he's a bankruptcy. He got his money, bankruptcy. Well, yes, they created the system for that. Why wouldn't he use it? Your dumbass would if
Exactly.
you had a chance. That's why I
Exactly.
said these people are so stupid. They don't even see beyond their rage. Like, I'm angry right now, but I mean, I can still have a rational thought. These
Right.
people are just so dumb. They just, I hate Trump. I hate Trump. None of them are willing to look at his
Why?
history. None of them are looking. But what do you like? Well, let's vote for Kamala Harris because she's black. She's a woman. What?
Well, that's how that Jean Pierre got that job.
Low IQ voters. Period. I really believe that we do have more stupid people breeding these days. We have to. There's no way that this many people don't have common sense. Okay, I gotta stop talking for a second.
I wanted to, I was just gonna. This moment was sponsored by pure water.
Pure. I've drank three things here. A whole bag of crackers, dude. What the heck's going on? That's
I
probably
don't know.
why I
I'm
drank
just
all the
letting you
stuff.
fucking rant because you're
It
on a
just,
roll.
dude, it just pisses me off, man. It like certain things I see, like the guy that said, "You don't mess with New York's children." My blood boils. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're illegal. They're not New York's children. They're illegals. They belong to another
Right.
freaking country.
Well,
And
even with that being said, they are if they're illegal, they're illegal. But this birthright citizenship shit
yeah, that's gotta
fries
stop.
my fucking
It's
ass
gotta
because,
stop, dude.
well, like I told you, my friend, her husband's illegal. Their friends are some are illegal, some aren't. And the one went out west to work, got busted. He got detained. He's now since been deported, and she's all upset because the son and wife are still here. And I'm like, that's a fucking choice
Yeah,
that they need to make.
who cares? Go back with them.
Exactly. It's
But let me
like,
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question because this is something people don't understand. Let's say an American citizen goes to another country and gets put in jail, right?
right,
They're not really subject to the laws there. I guess you can say they are why they're there, right?
right,
But if America went to that country and said, "No, you need to release that person,"
right.
they would have to really, because it's an American citizen. So this is what people don't understand. This Garcia dude, the one they sent to, El Salvador, wherever they sent him,
Yeah,
he's a citizen of that country. Even if we locked
yeah.
him
But
up
they
here,
he had they had to send him somewhere else. I thought.
right? But forget that. My point is, even if they locked him up here and El Salvador said we want our citizen back, they
Right.
can make a case to have him released and brought back to El Salvador.
Not if they committed a crime though.
Oh boy, I tell you, you don't know. You don't know.
So
If
then
he's not a citizen of
why did
U.S.,
we
that's why we deport people.
why did we
Don't you know extradition laws?
what about that fucking dumb fucking lesbo basketball player that
The one that's
got
captured
busted
in
for
Russia.
weed in Russia?
Right. And Russia said, we ain't giving them back. You need to trade. So it's not that we don't have the rights to the
So
citizen. We
why
do.
doesn't
It's our
Russia just
citizen.
tell them that they want their people back then?
They did. We gave up the merchant of death for her.
No, but I'm saying why if that's the case, why can't Russia do that?
Well, because that's politics, buddy. They could do that. But that's politics. It's like a prisoner exchange. It's politics. But the point being is that we can go there and say, that's an American citizen. We have
Right.
jurisdiction over that citizen. And they can say, well, he committed a crime in our country. Okay,
Right.
but that's fine. But that's an American citizen. That's our person. So that's where the politics comes in. But
I
that's,
didn't know that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. El Salvador can come over and say, hey, we want our citizen back. Now, we
Right.
could say, oh, no, we're not. We could play politics too. But it's
Right.
their citizen. It's a citizen of their country. So
I didn't know that. I didn't.
most
I
countries, they'll say, oh, well, they're not allowed back. We'll ban them. You take them, whatever. But if they're terrorists, like we would take the terrorists, we'd lock them up as criminal war, but we ain't giving them back.
right.
But those people in Saudi Arabia, they can be like, hey, we want our people back. No, we're not giving them back. But
Right.
they still have jurisdiction over their people. Like even if you read the immigration law too, that's the problem with the people coming here. They're not subjected to our jurisdiction. Yes, they're subjected to our laws, as in we if they break them, but they're not under our king. They don't fall under our king. They fall under their king.
Right. That's interesting.
Because even in the old days, they do. You can lock them up all you want, but most of the time they just kill them. All
Well,
right,
exactly. Then you don't have to worry about it.
exactly. And then you guys can worry about wars breaking out or
What?
whatever.
Who? What? Oh,
Yeah,
they're
wasn't
dead, man. Sorry.
here. Wasn't here. Wasn't me.
He gone.
So, anyways, yeah. So that's the problem with it, and now obviously I'm sure there's way more nuance to it, but the gist of it, from what I understood, is that's the problem with it. Is that they're not our citizens. They're
Right.
legally citizens of another country. So yes, and like the whole due process thing, we can send them through our due process and say you're guilty, and then their country could be like, oh no, we want them back. I mean,
Fuck due process, man.
well, no, they don't deserve it. It's stupid. It's the dumbest thing in the world. You
And
don't. You come.
that's the only thing that these fucking morons say when it comes to the deportation.
Well, I understand the
You're
slippery
not giving them
slope,
due
though.
process. No, due process. Fuck no.
I understand the slippery slope. If they don't trust Trump, they don't trust the government, then how do they know that he's not just scooping up people he don't like? Like I understand that. So there should be some sort of verification, which there probably is, but it should be public. Hey, this is how we verified it. Boom.
I don't
They
know, but I
recorded.
saw an ice vehicle in my town today.
Good.
I was cracking up. I don't think there's. We have a lot of Puerto Ricans, and I know people get misconstrued that Puerto Ricans are illegals, but they're not.
No, they're not
Fucking
illegal.
idiots. There's a lot of ignorant people, man.
There are. I'm telling you, dumb people are
And
breeding faster.
they're Trump Bible thumping Trump supporters, and they're fucking ignorant as fuck. But I have a lot of that live here in this town, and
Well, they may
it
not
was
even know the
unreal to see an
difference.
ice vehicle here.
They might not know the
You,
difference between a Puerto Rican and Mexican.
it's pretty easy to tell.
But I'm saying they might not know. It's
Who
all
these
Spanish.
rednecks?
Yeah.
That's
It,
true. You're
dude,
right.
it's not. It's what I explained. I don't want to get in a whole racism thing again. It's what I explained earlier. At some point, every country back in the day saw a ship arriving and so, oh my God, those barbarians are here again, and they hated every one of them, even if there was a good one. They hated them all because of
Oh,
what
I
was
know.
happening. You know what I mean? The Vikings are here
Yeah.
again. The Vikings are. It's not a racism thing. It's an experience thing. If every person of a certain color or race you encounter makes your life miserable, you're going to
Right.
avoid them. It's not
Right.
it's not hard. It's not hard. Black people do it with cops all the time, right? Every time they get encountered, oh, I hate the police.
Right.
Well, why do you hate the police? Because every interaction is horrible. You ain't remembering it. It's your fault most of the time. But the point I'm getting is that same principle, that same mentality. That's how it works. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
fortunate enough. I
Exactly.
I grew up in a diverse neighborhood. I was raised by a black lady. I got to see both sides of it. You know what I mean? So I know what I don't like and don't like about the culture. I know that. And I know not all black people are bad and all that.
Of
But I can
course.
understand if you never grew up with them and the ones that show up or happen to cross your paths act like this black culture, this ghetto culture, you're never going to like them. You're going to
Right.
need something to counter that. So you're going to need good
Right.
black people to show up and
Well,
not act like these degenerates. That's what you're
I
going to need.
I grew up in a small town, and I didn't grow up like you. So It's very different. Like where I live, the Italians lived on one side, Swedes lived on another, and the blacks lived on another, and we all just got along. We didn't really like. We all interacted. We are all cool, but the Italians did their thing, did their whatever Sunday pasta. The brothers they did their Sunday barbecue,
Right.
and I don't know what the fucking Swedes did. Probably ate fucking Swedish meatballs or something. I don't know. I would assume that, but whatever. But yeah, I get it, man.
Yeah, I just think at the end of the day, people are just not, they're just, they get in this little zone of,
Right,
and they can't rationally think about anything. And I know when your
right,
emotions are high, it's harder. That's why the military trained us proficiently,
right,
because they knew when we went to battle, our emotions would want to kick in, but our
right.
training did instead. So you
Well,
got a lot of people in this country, probably in this world, who just have no proper training to handle anything outside their emotions or within their emotions.
what I was leading
None.
up to though is if a group of black kids were walking through our neighborhood, just going to the park to play ball or something, we'd be like, "What the fuck are these motherfuckers doing here?"
Well, I
And
wouldn't like that's what I'm saying. So it depends. If they're wearing white shirts and dress pants with holding Bibles or books, I wouldn't think twice. I'd be like,
right,
oh, that's cool.
but
Jehovah Witnesses,
no, but
whatever they
like you're
are. I don't
saying
know.
about human nature and all that shit.
But if they
If
got
if the
pants
white
hanging below their
if the
ass,
Italians are walking through the Swedish neighborhood, what are these fucking Guidos doing in this up in here?
yeah, I mean any of that. If you hell, if I saw five Japanese guys walking through my neighborhood, I'd be like, hey, what's going on? You know what I
If
mean? I
you
wouldn't.
saw 5 Japanese guys walking up in your hood, that'd be pretty fucking interesting.
Well, that's my point. It's because it's different. It doesn't
I
necessarily
know,
mean they're a
I
threat.
know, dude.
But you know what I'm saying? Like people have to
Just
stop get off of this stuff, and even if you want to call them racist, like call them racist. Maybe they have bad experience. So why don't you change their mind? Why don't you show them a better example instead of calling them racist? Like
right.
that's going to really help. You know what I mean? Like this whole Caitlin Clark thing is it's just showing you, man, all of it. The white kid that got stabbed at the thing by that whatever trait, whatever that kid's name
Right.
is, Carmelo, whatever. I mean, all this stuff is just showing how both sides have a whole bunch of racist people that aren't even willing to look past all that. So you can call it racism, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it's all stupidity. I think if you're black and you're standing up for a guy who stabbed a kid just because he's black, you're a racist. If you're white and you're
Right.
standing up for some white police officer because oh the black guy's black, then you're a racist. All right, so everybody's a racist because they believe what they believe. And step back but if you see people calling it for what it is, then maybe there's no racism there. Maybe they're just calling it for what it is. I don't know, man.
Hey
I'm
Alexa,
tired
what
of it.
time is it?
Yeah, it's time to go because we've already had this.
Oh, cool.
We're already at the mark anyway. This is going to go over an
Oh,
hour if we don't cut off. But thanks for joining me, Jace. Thank you all for
yeah.
subscribing.
Thank you for joining.
Hopefully everybody has time to watch this one. If not, cut it in two. I don't know. And until then, Godspeed.
Pull the pin already, baby. Pull it.
Boom.
Pull it hard.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull